Here is your tutorial on body paragraphs. So as we briefly talked about in class, body paragraphs make up the meat of your essay. They contain all of the proof for your thesis, and without them, your thesis and essay really mean nothing. So body paragraphs are multi-layered, and when I say that, I mean that in each body paragraph, you'll have your main idea, which is generally in the topic sentence. You'll have evidence to support that idea, and then you're going to explain the evidence. And this is the I say. Remember, we talked about they say, which is the evidence. I say is your opinion. And these things will blend together seamlessly in your body paragraphs. To help them blend, you will also include transitions between ideas, both within the paragraph and between the paragraphs. And on top of that, all of these ideas in the body paragraph should be connected back to the thesis, which appears in the introduction generally. So within your body paragraph, we identify 3 different levels of specificity. So you're going to have level 1 sentences, level 2 sentences, and level 3 sentences. And the higher the number, the more specific the explanations or the evidence will be. So let's look at a level 1 sentence. This is generally the main idea and will come in the topic sentence. So this is pretty general. The level 2 sentence is going to be a more specific explanation of the main idea. And I like to say that in this level 2 sentence, we're generally telling about an aspect of the level 1 sentence. In the level 3 sentence, we're getting even more specific and explaining this level 2 sentence in more depth. And usually we're illustrating this using facts, quotes, statistics, and specific examples. So this level 3 sentence, I like to say that we're showing the evidence. And this is really important. You're showing what your point is. So the more specific, the better. Then remember, after you give specific evidence, you want to make sure that you create unity and coherence by explaining how this evidence ties back to not only the main point of the paragraph, that level 1 sentence, but your overall thesis. And there are some language templates you can use to explain evidence. For example, you can say, in other words, the evidence suggests, this shows, as one can see, the list goes on. So your body paragraphs are really going to be a combination of these different level sentences with explanations. And last but not least, you're going to have a concluding sentence, which should summarize all of the ideas. And what I like to do when I'm writing is lead the reader into the next point. So I'll kind of sum up the ideas in the body paragraph itself, and then I will mention the topic of the next body paragraph. And that way I'm connecting the 2 paragraphs and the ideas of the different body paragraphs. So now I'm going to show you what an outline looks like for this body paragraph as we incorporate these different levels. So this outline shows the organization. I have my level 1 sentence. Corn has negative effects on our health. As you can see, that's pretty general, and I need to go deeper. And so my level 2 sentences here and here, they're going to go get a little bit more specific, but they're still just telling different points related to this level 1 sentence. So let's look here. Additionally, corn exists in many processed and chemical forms that appear in many things we consume. So this tells you that corn is in processed food here. And this level 2 sentence tells you the abundance of corn has led to many illnesses. Okay, so you're telling the reader that, but you really want to show them what you mean, and that's when you're going to include your level 3 sentences. So in a body paragraph, you want to keep like ideas together. So we're going to do this one first, how corn exists in lots of different processed foods. And here you're going to see my level 3 sentences, and these are starting to get very specific. So first of all, as Pollen has found in his research, corn is in a quarter of the 45,000 products in the supermarket, and I include my citation, it's very important. It also appears in these ingredients. I'm specifically showing the reader which ingredients. Modified starch, glucose syrup, ascorbic acid, crystalline fructose, lactic acid, MSG, the list goes on. As you guys know, there are tons of different ingredients. And then I add even a third bit of evidence. Todd Dawson, the researcher at UC Berkeley, he's performed studies on the human body, and he's determined from the carbon present in our cells that we now look like corn chips with legs. We are walking corn. So these are my level 3 sentences, and remember, you want to incorporate your I say. These are essential to have in the body paragraph. I mentioned that the formula says you want 1 piece of evidence and 2 commentary, 2 I say, but I think it depends, and I don't have that much I say. I have more evidence in this particular body paragraph. As long as the overall essay is balanced, I think it's okay. So here's my I say. As the evidence suggests, this much, a natural corn product cannot be healthy. So I'm reminding the reader, after I'm giving this essay, I'm reminding you about the main point of this whole paragraph, which is corn has negative effects on our health. And the overall idea of this essay is that corn has effects on us in general, probably. So now let's look up at the second level 2. So I've talked about how corn is in processed forms, I've given specific evidence, and I've explained the evidence, and then I go back to a level 2 sentence. I'm bringing up a new idea. So I would say, additionally, the abundance of corn has led to many illnesses. Now I need my level 3 sentences. For example, corn is one of the predominant ingredients in fast food. That's still kind of telling. I want to get more specific. For many Americans, fast food represents success, especially because it comes in such big portions and it is cheap. And then I'm using a quote. For example, in Sabrina Tavernese' article, The Health Toll of Immigration, she mentions how when immigrants hear twice the fries for 49 cents, they think it's economical, right? So, explanation. People are more attracted to this kind of food because it's cheaper. I didn't write that, but I want to write that. And however, this trend of eating fast food on a consistent basis does have severe health consequences. So again, I'm analyzing this evidence and I'm relating it back to the main idea, the effects on our health, and the level 3 is also explaining this level 2. So you see that multi-layered effect going on here. Lastly, you need your concluding sentence. The concluding sentence wraps up the body paragraph, and you don't always have to lead into the next paragraph, but that's what I'm doing here. I say, the cause of this abundance of corn can be traced back to the suspicious link between agribusiness and corn. So that's leading you into the next paragraph, which will be about the agribusiness relationship to corn. So once you have your body paragraph all laid out, like you see in that outline above, you want to combine your sentences in a cohesive way. And as I mentioned before, you want to make sure you keep the similar ideas together. You don't want to split them up in the paragraph. And I've kind of color-coded this for you so you can see these different levels that make up this body paragraph. This first sentence here is our topic sentence. Then we've got our first support. We've got our evidence that supports the support. And we've got our explanations. There should be more explanations, I will say that. Then we have our second level 2 sentence here. And then we've got more support for that level 2, that this is level 3 right here. Then I've got my explanation along with the concluding sentence. So here is a robust, well-researched body paragraph that you can use as a model. And let me know if you have any questions about this. Your homework for the week is to take one of your body paragraphs from your essay, post it, and then rewrite it and post the before and after to the Google Doc. Email me if you have questions. Thanks.